Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalvis, and we return to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, where we're hopefully going to look at finishing off the simulation campaign today. Now, I had a lot of comments come in from you guys last week regarding the beefy Jarls and some of the changes there, so I wanted to thank a couple of people in particular. I just gotta bring that up right now. So, Prince Olawooker, kinda hard to say how it's pronounced, but they gave me a suggestion for what to try as we go into the arena this time, and Michael Boy told us that it does seem that the prices were kind of changed on levels with these new kind of beefed up Jarls, so we would know what to we have appropriate funds for what they imagine. So, oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so with the new Jarls, the strategy we got suggested was a couple of pirate queens, and then a Jarl of our own. So we'll try this and see. Now, the pirate queens were actually very effective in the one maze level. Actually, I think it was called like Maze or Labyrinth towards the start of this campaign. So I'm hoping maybe they are as strong here as well. And I think what I've heard about them, because I haven't experimented with a lot of the units to know for sure, but I think they're good at non-armored enemies. So guys like these that don't have armor, they're pretty strong with. But where it's something more like, say, the blunderbusses that actually have like the barrel armor to them, or the cactus men that have that armoring to them, they're not as strong against those. So we'll see how this little strategy works. So let's start and see how things go along. Oh, so far so good, and it does seem the Pirate Queen is actually dealing with the Jarls not too badly. So actually all of our units are still alive. It is only 3 units that we had to select, but... Uh-oh. Oh, no, well, maybe. It's hard to say. Oh, she might actually do it. No. Came close, though. So, is there anything that can be improved on? I don't know if the Jarl did all that much. Like, it's kind of hard to say what I should try here. Could have just been, one thing didn't quite work out, or something happened to the one. We do have 1,500, but I don't know if there's anything that's super... Maybe even just positioning was a little out of order there. So what happens if, say, we focus the forces more towards the outside to deal with things there? Like, what if we... Maybe this kind of divide and... Oh, she's already dead. Oh, okay, she did not last... Oh, wow. Okay, Pirate Queens are not as strong that time around. So maybe... Let me try a Captain, because it's the same cost as a Jarl, but maybe because he has a bit of range with his one... weapon, he might be a bit better. Now that actually might be what we need them to do, is if she can do like the bomb fling... No, still bested. I was thinking if they could do like the bomb attack, spread it out and then leap up, maybe that'd be best, but it's kind of hard to say what would be the best method right now of dealing with them. I do think it's the Jarls more than anything else giving us like problems and issues. Because they are some beefy and pretty damaging units. Although, the bombs don't seem to do that much damage, really. Like, even if they're caught in the middle of the explosions, not as strong. So I'm trying to think of... Okay, well, I do know one unit that... It's going to be a stupid idea, but I'm almost feeling like maybe we have to start working with... Think of this like the poacher technique, but not actually using like the poachers and the peasants. Instead, just a bunch of bodies that hopefully with a shield, they might survive a little longer. And we can focus at having our artillery in the middle there, potentially being a bit more helpful. It's probably not going to work, but we'll see. My hope is that if they can basically act as distraction long enough... Not quite long enough. Okay, no, that's not going to work. But there might be something to a lot of, like, bodies on the outside there. I'm going to try this. Like, the skeleton archers I like. Well, they kind of are. If those Jarls get into the middle there, then everything in the middle is kind of screwed. So that's not even going to work either. Let me try a little bit of a different configuration. Maybe if I can sort of like sandwich the archers in amongst more melee units, they won't be as picked off or as targeted by things. It's kind of like a ring formation like this. It's kind of hard to say. Oh, you know what? You deserve to get bashed to bits. Like, you had a point-blank shot and you completely missed there. That's not going to work either. Okay, maybe... The Pirate Queen did seem pretty effective. Like, the first time we tried, she seemed pretty effective. So maybe we have to try a mix of a few different things. Swordcaster's gone, the Reaper's gone, and Pirate Queen's about to go. Yeah, I don't know how you can do this with just 6,500. I mean, I don't want to use the legacy stuff because it was added in later, but I might have to if I'm honest. Nothing else is super working. Everything here is just... too strong for us to mainly make, like, a dent or... Like, I don't know if... Yeah, that's one, the Queen's gone, and... It feels like those bombs don't even do that much, considering, so... There's gotta be something that'll work. It's just trying to figure out what that's going to be. Okay, how can I do this? Maybe this has to be a practice in being more dodging and art and skilled like that. How much is the... Oh, that's 4,000? Maybe... I doubt it'll work. But maybe with something like the fencers that can do a bit of dodging or poking might be able to distract more of the units for a bit, and then say like the Pirate Queen can do her work without getting too ganged up on. Never mind, everything's cleared out again. I really don't know if the price got adjusted on this one, because, like, I don't know what you do here. Like, the original flailing of the Berserkers is kind of annoying to deal with. You know, if they're getting close range, maybe that's been my mistake. Is I need something with some oomph to it for close range fights, so maybe the blunderbusses might give us something. Now, they mostly have armor, I think, for ranged attacks, but it may apply to melee. We'll have to try and see. Okay, let's try this just and see how it goes. Yeah, the blunderbusses are actually able to take a few hits from the berserkers before they go down. Unfortunately, it's not berserkers that are the big issue. How much? Okay, hang on. How much is our knights? Maybe that's what I need, is more of a powerhouse unit like them with some healers. What the hell just happened to all my knights? No, resume that. What the hell happened to them? They all just like... Why do they fly outwards? Why do they not turn and charge at... Ah. Okay, so knights are stupid. What can I do here? Like, the closest I've been getting has been 2 pirate queens, but it still feels like they aren't even enough for it. There's gotta be something I'm just missing here. Maybe you with some random... I don't know, I'm just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and see if anything sticks here. Fortunately, the swordcaster gets swarmed really early. So the bombs are good against the chieftains, not as much the Jarls. Ah, and they have such a long reload. Damn it! Probably not going to work, but what happens if we just have a bunch of flyers because of, like, the berserkers? No, that was horrible. God, it's frustrating because it's hard to say exactly what works. And I really do feel like the money's not right on this one. Like, seriously not right for them throwing 4 Jarls at you. It's like, those 4 on their own are 6,000. And you have 6,500 as it to work with. Ah, frick, okay, what haven't I tried? I think that's probably the bigger question to ask. Maybe a little bit of poking from range? Oh no, but they... God, why do they have to fling themselves right in the middle? That's not what they should do. They should have a set range they all fly into. Because watch, if I put them down here... then they can still, like... Okay, well, the bombs were completely useless there. Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do here. This is really frustrating. If there was a better way of doing... I might even have to try controlling one of these and actually, like, commanding them. Ah! God, it's so awkward even to fight them. You know what? Screw it. I am using my tried and true method of the poacher and peasant spam. What is with you? Why are you dancing? Well, there you go. I don't know why you're dancing there for some reason. I'm going to do this just because it's been my tried and true tactic, and again, the Jarls feel too strong, even for, like... I think as 1500 unit, they're good, but I can't argue that you only get 6500 to go up against 4 of them that are already 6000. They feel a bit too powerful with what they got right now. Good lord, this is going to be so many numbers. Holy crap, like... Yeah, I think this might be our successful one here. Okay, so the computer's not happy about it, but this might be what we need. That said, though, the accuracy on our poachers isn't the best. But they are, I think, doing it. I said think. That might actually not be the case either. Even that didn't beat them. Look at all of them still left. Oh my god. I don't know how you beat this one. I truly don't. The Jarls are just too strong. Like, there's 4 of our own, and that's... something... Oh, think. What haven't we exactly tried yet? Just, I don't even know. Like, maybe... I'm going to try a Zeus, and maybe the lightning bolts are what we could use. If they actually land. Well, it's kind of good for clearing out crowds, but again, the Jarls are too powerful. There's too much health on one of them. And then even just to deal with all the berserkers at the start. I don't know what I can do to best this. Yeah, even the monks just get taken down just by the chieftains. I'm stumped. I can't beat this on my own. I've been trying and trying, and that's it. Unless I get requests from you guys or advice on what to do, I'm going to stop here, because it's just going to get frustrating the further and further I try. I feel like the Jarl should not have the ice wall for that price. I feel like the Berserk and the health already on him makes him a bit more of a threat. The ice wall, I think, is a bit too much. Either have the wall, but no freeze effect, or have a freeze effect and no wall. It just feels like it's too much for 1500 on a unit. Because, like, compared to some of the other units that are super beefy and up there, like... I mean, the Scarecrow is pretty squishy for a unit. It can get taken down fairly easily, and it's at 1200. Even the King at 1500 goes down pretty easily. You know what? I'm going to even just try as a last resort this and see, because the King has been a strong one from time to time. He might not be the most for dealing damage, but he has had a bit of health to him. But even then, you have to argue. If the King is 1500, and he doesn't have anything special, should the Jarl be 1500 and have these buffs as well? I don't think so. I don't think it should be that. That almost feels like, if I'm honest, the Jarl almost feels like the Earl does. Like, where is he? Yeah, right here. Like, even let's just throw a couple of these guys in and see what they do. Like even the Earls at 3,000 don't have that much health compared to what the Jarls can do for damage. So I am at a complete loss of how you would exactly best this. I mean, I'll even try throwing an Artemis in with something. Like, even Artemis gets smacked down so easily. I don't know how you'd beat it. I do feel like the price does need to be adjusted. Like, either the Jarls are too strong for too little cost, or you need to have more funds on this level to actually fight back against it. So, again, you saw all my efforts. We didn't even make an ounce of progress. It was a good strategy using the Pyre Queens, but the bombs aren't damaging enough. They're okay for, like, small units like the Chieftains, but I feel like the Jarls have been way thrown out of balance for their last buff. If they're that strong, I don't think 1,500 is a fair price for them. I feel more like maybe 2,000 or 2,500 might be. But, like I say, I got stumped again on this level, so unless I got any tips on how to clear it, this might be the last episode of Tabs, because the rest of the campaigns have all been done on the channel. We managed to show everything else off. It took a bit, but managed to do so. It's just, the simulation campaign feels like they throw a bit too much at you for, well, not having really enough funds to deal with it. So we are going to end things there, so thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode of Tabs. If you do have a way of trying to clear that level, leave me the suggestion down in the comments right below, and maybe next week, if we do get some things in, we'll try and see what we can do. But for now, we will end things off here. Thank you very much for joining me, and please remember, as always, survivors, to take care and stay alive.